Brown fat cells, if exposed to cold, it will change into beige fat cells, and this process is called paging. The beige fat cells, they are much better than the white fat cells. They are more energetic. They have more mitochondria than the white fat cell, but less than the brown fat cells. So the beige fat cells, it is a process in the conversion of white fat cells into brown fat cells, and there are a lot of research to see if they could change into brown fat cells. Till now, the verdict is not clear. It is very important to realize that body temperature regulation is very important for the biological clock of the body. Before we sleep in the late evening, in the late afternoon and in the evening, the body temperature will be dropped by 1, 2, or 3 degrees Celsius, and this will help us to sleep. That's why the advice is to sleep in a dark, cold room and open the windows for oxygen. And when we wake up, the body temperature will rise by 1, 2, or 3 degrees Celsius, and then we will wake up as the cortisol hormone will increase, and the adrenaline hormone will increase in the morning, and these are secreted by the adrenal glands above the kidneys. Also, noradrenaline or norepinephrine, which is a neurotransmitter or a neuromodulator, is secreted by the brain and go to the blood to wake us up. So the biological clock of the body, it's very, very important to regulate it, and it is also affected by the natural sunlight, which we should expose our eyes early in the morning when the sun rises, and expose our skin also. The retina of the eyes, they have melanopsin, and they will be stimulated by the natural sunlight, and they will send electrical signal to the brain, to the central clock in the brain, which is in the hypothalamus, and this will send signal to the pituitary gland, which is the master of endocrine glands, and pituitary glands will secrete signals to all the endocrine glands in the body, and the body will know it is daytime. The daytime function of our cells different from the night function of body cells. And this is very important to understand. And 80% of our genes, they have timetable according to the time of the environment in which we live. And this time, how the brain knows is by the light, the photon of the light, and by the temperature of the body and the temperature of the environment in which we live. There are other factors which regulate our biological clock, like movement, eating, which will stimulate the peripheral biological clock in the liver, in the pancreas, and in the gastrointestinal tract, and social connection. So, exposure to cold, 2 hours every day for 6 weeks, it helps to reduce the fat in the body. And this means that cold exposure will control our body weight. And this is an experiment done on a human being. Eating a raw, fresh red pepper, 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon, but you have to watch if you are sensitive to red pepper, the hot red pepper, because of the capsicum, and I have seen people, they are allergic to this hot material. The food which is rich in the amino acid arginine, ARGININ, This is an amino acid, and it is found in soya beans, and it's a product like soya milk, tofu, which is soya cheese, miso, which is fermented soya, tamari, which is fermented soya, natto, also fermented soya, which is also the richest source in vitamin K2, and all soya products. It should be organic and not genetically modified soya. Then grains of all kinds, whole, natural, as close to nature as possible, not processed. Nuts, especially peanuts. Legumes of all kinds, of different colors. Red, black, yellow, white, all colors. And these colors are called polyphenol, and they are very important, healthy chemicals for our microbiome in the colon, and before we think they are antioxidant. Berries of all colors, strawberry, red, blueberry, purple, blackberry, black, cranberry, red. And also we have to eat food, as we said, organic, natural, not exposed to toxin, and no added chemicals, and it is grown in a healthy organic soil with healthy organic microbiome. So now the exposure to cold will help us to change the white fat cells into beige cells, and it's called a beiging. To change beige fat cells into brown fat cells is called browning. The factors which increase the brown fat again in the body are exercises, healthy sleeping. In healthy sleeping, there will be an increase in melatonin hormone, which is secreted by the pineal gland in the center of the brain, and also an increase in the growth hormone, which is the hormone of healing and repair. There is a very important point about melatonin. Now, in the research, they found that melatonin is secreted in every cell locally, and it is used as antioxidant. And in addition to the other antioxidant, which is powerful, called glutathione, it helps the mitochondria in uncoupling, meaning to change energy into heat, to regulate body temperature. And this is local melatonin. It is secreted 24 hours in every cell of our body. I mentioned an experiment of exposure to cold of 15 degrees Celsius, which is equal to 60 degrees Fahrenheit, for 10 days, 2 hours first day, 4 hours second day, 6 hours from 3 to 10 days. It improved the blood sugar level for 60% and insulin sensitivity by 42%. Then the food which helped to increase brown fat again is curcumin, turmeric, capsicum, which is found in hot red pepper, and resveratrol, which is found in the peels and the seeds of black grapes, and red grapes, prunes, green tea, herbs, coffee, cranberry, and vitamin, especially vitamin A and D3. And both of these vitamins are fat solubles. Remember the ADIC, vitamin A, D, E, and K. They are fat soluble vitamin. The other vitamins, vitamin C and vitamin B, are water soluble vitamins. The other material which increase brown fat in the cell are magnesium salts. Thank you for part 2. Thank you. Bye.